everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name's Jack. Today we've got a Nexo Knight set. This is General Magmar's Siege Machine of Doom. The set is recommended for ages 8 to 14. It is set number 70321 and it has 516 pieces. Included are 3 Nexo powers plus 3 minifigs. We've got General Magmar, Flamma, and Clay. I'm pretty stoked about this vehicle because not only does it look like a really awesome siege machine, but it has what looks like to be a very successful morph function. So there's just about 500 pieces. I'm gonna guess that there are 3 bags inside the box. So there was one more bag than I expected. We've got 4 bags. They're not that big though. There's 6 wheels, there's quite a few stickers, and 2 different manuals. Let's get started. I don't think it's really gonna take that long. Alright, the set is totally done, but let's take a look at the minifigs first, and I gotta say, we just have to see this Flamma minifig right off the bat. He's got that Ninjago sort of ghost bottom. It's dual molded with the trans orange and red, and it matches up pretty well with his torso. He's got a flame sword and what looks like flaming shoulder armor as well, plus an excellent print for his face. But what really makes it for this minifig, and I think you might agree, is the accessory that comes for his head. The flame piece is a perfect cylinder, and it encases Flamma's head completely. This definitely makes the look for the minifig, and I have a feeling this flame head accessory piece is probably going to get used in some creative ways in the future. Next up is General Magmar. This is him without any of his accessories, and I gotta say the printing for the bad guys in the Nexo Knight series is really good. The use of the sort of black and yellow molten crust on the body really makes a nice effect for the figure. And they got pretty creative here, and you can see the molten crust is actually sort of his sideburns and goatee. He's got a nice little gold detailing for Jestro on his belt, but what really gives General Magmar his look are all of his awesome accessories. This piece that just acts as the mouth guard for a knight's helmet and his torn up cape really give him that General Magmar look, but he also has one of those ponytail pieces coming out of the top of his head, and a creative couple of pieces that make up a trans red sword. I'd say it's a pretty good look for an evil general all around, and here now is Clay. The printing for his body has not changed out of any of the other clays that we've seen so far. Lots of silver, blue, orange, and yellow highlights. And as all Nexo Knights go, he is very heavy for accessories. He of course comes standard with his shoulder armor, helmet, sword, and shield, which makes him very hard to stand up. But Clay comes with 3 different Nexo powers. The one in his shield right now is Giant Growth, but you can see from this picture we also get a Dynamite on the left, and the yellow one in the center is Storm Dragon. But enough of that, let's check out the actual siege machine. And even when I saw this vehicle from the box pictures, I immediately thought it was for sieging a castle. It really does have a nice look to it. The front has that nice upside down train piece with some swords sticking out on the side. Presumably this is for battering the front doors of a castle. Those big jagged wheels look great with the spikes coming out. And right on the edge we have some of those very vibrant pieces showing the lava and the blackened crust, as well as some sticker detailing and some gold. Alright, and turning to the backside of the siege machine, there's not a whole lot to see, but towards the bottom we do have a small prison chamber. It sort of rests in the middle of a lot of exposed Technic here, but it does its job. You can fit a single minifig, but if it's Clay, he can't fit in there with his accessories. Now here's the main draw to the set. We have a morph function for the siege machine. It folds down pretty easily, in fact, almost too easily. This thing doesn't actually lock up in its upright position, but for the most part, it is very well balanced, so it's not really going to affect your play so much. Now I have to admit, this thing looks a lot more menacing, and when it's lowered down like this, I feel like it's in a much better position to do some ramming. These big heavy wheels track very well even though there's not very much friction on a smooth surface like this. But there's actually a few play features that I forgot to mention when it's in its Seige position. Just above Flamma in sort of the middle area, we've got a Goblin Disc shooter. And right at the top on either side of where General Magmar usually stands are two very tiny catapults. They shoot those little goblin printed pieces. And personally, I think these catapults are kind of a dinky play feature. There's also one more vehicle in this set. It is a hover horse. I believe the build is just about the same as all of the other hover horses we've seen. This has got 3 different shades of blue, which I like. It matches up with Clay very well. There are clips on the side for holding his shield and sword, and generally this is a fun little vehicle to have in a set. Also, the last little thing included in this set is a book of monsters. You open up the flap and inside is a nice little custom print. And with that, we just finished the set, so here it is all together. We got some very nice minifigs. I really like that new Flamma and the headpiece that comes along with them. And the Seige vehicle looks great, and it's got a very successful, I would say successful, morph function. All right, that is it for this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. I've left a link in the video description below if you want to buy the set. And if you enjoy our content, remember you can always like this episode or subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time at BrickVault.